Tottenham, with all due respect, they're a bit of a joke club.
This is not all due respect.
No, they know it's true now. As a professional footballers have come out on television and said it.
With all due respect, and you
No,
went
the worst part
ahead
is
to
that
shit on
I
them.
like Tottenham, I like their players, I like their manager, but we have to face the facts. They're not in that league to be going for players like Frankie de Jong. What's good, boys and girls? Welcome back to Sangalooo. Shopsy in the house. On my right wing, I've got Tele, and we're here to do the damage.
My 7.
So yeah, the season is over. We're in the international portion of the season. Those are wrapping up, and yeah, the players are going to be on holiday soon.
Yep.
And holiday for the players means the guys upstairs are working harder than ever right now. So we're going to take a stab at being in the director's box.
Right.
Director
We're going
of
to be the
football.
upstairs boys.
We're going to be the upstairs boys for today's episode and run through the top 6 teams in the Premier League. Well, the traditional top 6. Some people let down the crew. I won't mention their names.
I mean,
So we're going to go through that, the traditional top 6, and say what position we think they need to fill.
yes.
So first of all, let's start with, why not start with the champions,
Yeah, most
Manchester
definitely
City.
start with Manchester City.
Who do you think, what position do you think Manchester City, they have a pretty perfect team to be honest. What position do you think they need to fill, if
So,
any?
for me, I think Manchester City still need to figure out their centre-back partnership. They still need somebody to come in and solidify that part of the game for them, like Virgil van Dijk did for Liverpool. They're not bad. They're not all that bad defensively, or they're not all that bad when you consider the team as a whole. You know, defending and keeping out goals. But they still need one talismanic figure in that centre-back position, in my opinion.
Yeah, I heard that Laporte and Stones are
can
a
be
bit
quite
iffy.
shaky
They have
sometimes.
they are too solid. I think for Manchester City to push on, which is very hard, I think they could use a sturdier midfielder that's not a defensive midfielder. I feel like sometimes City are a bit lightweight because they have Rodri, then they have like Bernardo, Grealish, Foden, KDB. So I think they need someone in like the mode of Gundogan, but it seems like Pep gives Gundogan a bit power drop. So someone that he trusts enough to just stick in that midfield with a creative mind, someone that De Bruyne can even deflect to sometimes, but is also solid enough to keep them steady because they concede a lot.
And considering
and
the
looks like
fact-
Rodri is not enough.
Also considering the fact that many of these names that you've mentioned are going, entering into the tail end of their careers. Fernandinho does not have a full season on that, in his legs anymore.
Definitely
Kevin De Bruyne getting
He doesn't
injured.
have a full season
He doesn't
anymore,
have a full
it seems.
season in his
Yeah.
legs anymore. Even sorry, who's that third person in their midfield? Bernardo Silva maybe.
Gundogan, but it looks like Gundogan is coming along with age and he uses him just a little bit less.
So he definitely does need somebody in that central midfield.
Moving on to, why not just go in order of how they finish? Let's
Yes,
go
Mr.
on to Liverpool. As a Liverpool fan, I've been banging my head on the wall, crying out for, this might seem like blasphemy to Liverpool fans, but I need a player in the position that my captain plays. In that right central midfield spot, I feel like we need another creative outlet. We need someone else that, I feel like with Henderson, the opposition are just like, you know what, let him have the ball. Like, the other players can hurt us. Henderson's on the ball. He's not really going to cross it well. He's not going to split the defense. If you have the ball, you don't need Henderson in your starting level. So if you can bring a proper footballer in there, Thiago on one side, somebody else there, I think, yeah, that's what Liverpool needs to be complete.
It's true. Definitely, you wouldn't even think that Liverpool need any more players, especially in the front, with the front three, except, with the uncertainty with Sadio Mane now. But of course, they seem to have enough cover with the person that they are, that they're linked with Darwin Nunez. So I don't think the forward section needs any kind of improvements or reinforcement, but definitely the central midfield is somewhere that Liverpool needs to look at.
A little bit more quality.
In centre back, for instance, you have a lot of cover.
Solid.
You have
Solid
Matip,
CVs.
Gomez, Van Dijk,
Four accomplished
and
centre backs at this
Konate.
point.
Solid in that part. But in central midfield, I think Liverpool need to look at that position with Naby Keita not playing every single game.
Thiago gets injured too,
and Henderson not being
what I
right up
expect.
there. Oh, but do not forget, Milner actually just signed a 1-year
Milner
extension.
is like 50 years old.
Definitely. But
Please,
interesting,
please,
he signed a 1-year extension. He decided to take a pay cut to remain at Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm
because
glad to see that. To be
Aston
honest.
Villa
He's a great player to
offered
have.
him quite some money, but he turned that down to remain at Liverpool. So
Why
that's
not? It's a
interesting.
great project. Well, who wouldn't want to play on that young club and get those hugs? Moving further down the table, we're going to go to Chelsea. Where do you think Chelsea need to reinforce?
Chelsea needs to reinforce across board. I will not even lie to you. To be very honest, Chelsea, They're losing Lukaku, I'm very sure. Lukaku is unsettled in the club. They need a striker. They need a striker.
I think that's why I'll start
Lukaku
Chelsea
was
as
the
well.
highest goal scorer for Chelsea, but he did not score more than 12 goals this season in the league. They need a striker. They also need a centre-back. Rudiger has signed for Real Madrid.
Yep.
Thiago
Thiago
Silva
Silva is
tail end of his career.
same age as James Milner.
Christensen can't hold it,
He's gone.
hold it together.
Chelsea
for them.
really need a centre back.
They need a centre back. In fact, I think above
But I guess that's
all
why
else.
they've been heavily linked to Koundé of Sevilla. Who looks like he looks like a serious player. He's a little short for a centre back in the Premier League, if you ask me, Sha. Like it's a physical league, and the crosses are going to come flying in. But it looks
what
like
would
a
you say
decent player.
about tall defenders that are still piping weekend in weekend?
I mean, you get that too, but at least let me not know that my centre back, Chris Wood, is not going to come and be dunking on my centre back every single time the ball comes in the air. I can't have that.
So definitely centre back. I think Chelsea need to look at that position and striking. You know, they need a striker as well.
All right, let's move further down. Still in London, we're going to look at Spurs. What does Antonio Conte need to kick on? He's made the Champions League now to perhaps create some waves in Champions League or maybe even compete for the title. What do you think he needs?
I do not think. Let me start with what I think he does not need. He does not need any striker also at the moment because Harry Kane seems to believe in Conte. He seems to believe in Conte's project. Remember, at the start of last season, he tried everything he could to
Very
leave the club,
unsettled.
but now he seems settled in that. You know, in that
accepted the
setup. And 29 years of age, I think they should also start looking at maybe bringing in somebody.
I would have thought maybe they should have cashed in last season and we
I
collected
think so.
like 120M and
But in forward positions, they seem covered. But I think where they need to work on also is central midfield. They don't have the best of players in
I think Spurs could really use they could really do with a creative midfielder because you see Harry Kane dropping into.
They should be looking at the likes of Frankie de Jong now.
Tottenham will never pay for Frankie de Jong. I feel like the only reason why Frankie de Jong is even going to go to United and potentially take because he's at Barcelona, I asked who lost Barcelona is the fact that Manchester United will pay him a lot of money and he'll be working with Ten Hag.
But here's two things that work for him, right? At Barcelona, it seems Xavi does not really want to use the guy. That's one. And then two, Tottenham are in the Champions League, and he has said categorically that he wants to be competing.
If Daniel Levy pays 80 million for a central midfielder, I'll be so shocked. That guy his fist is like this. Money can't come out.
But he has committed to to back.
Yeah, he will release his one. But I feel like Frankie, I don't see Tottenham getting a player of that. Not that quality really. So as in I respect the Tottenham. Conte is a good manager, but I feel like the pull of Tottenham can't compete with the pull of Manchester United. Even though that's on the decline.
But the pull of Conte,
I think Manchester United and Ten Hag is still a more appealing move for him. Because it's Tottenham, like everyone knows the issue of Tottenham. Everyone talks about like Tottenham. With all due respect, they're a bit of a joke club.
This is not all due respect.
No, they know it's true now. As a professional footballers have come out on television and said it.
With all due respect, and you do
No,
it, and you went ahead to
that
shit on
I
them.
like Tottenham, I like their players, I like their manager, but we have to face the facts. They're not in that league to be going for players like Frankie de Jong. In that stage of their career, players that are still on the up and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, but I do think that they need a central midfielder who can create, because Harry Kane, there's too much work for him. Like he's dropping into defensive midfield position, playing as the deep line playmaker, playing as the box ball, playing as the number 10.
They need a lot
so
of
yeah,
work.
they need quality. Like,
And of course,
it's a
don't
shame
forget-
they lost Eriksen. Like a player like that. Kulusevski is good, but he's also a wide player. And is he leaving?
He came on loan.
And they want him back?
Let's see if
I reckon Tottenham will keep him. They could be losing Kulusevski, but I feel like after how he's impressed, Antonio Conte will probably want to do a lot to keep him. And Premier League clubs are just, financially, they're just so much stronger than these other clubs. So just a better package should see him stay on their books. So moving further down the table, still in London, in North London this time, Arsenal. What do you think Arsenal needs for the Arteta project?
Arsenal need a lot of things, I think, but especially they need a striker. Lacazette has gone to Lyon. They lost Aubameyang in January. Bukayo Saka will not play the centre forward position for them. They need a talisman centre forward player who will bring in at least 15 goals a season.
Yeah, they definitely do need 15 league goals a season for sure. If Arsenal, I'm surprised they got this far with their striker problem. Lacazette doing what he was doing. He was a non-factor this season. And then Nketiah had to come in, and who did pretty well, to be honest. And I'm happy he got an extended contract, but I don't think he's
But
that
those are
guy.
not the players.
So, yeah.
Nketiah, Martinelli,
Yeah,
those are not the players.
they're not
you
ready.
want
I think
to
Martinelli,
spearhead.
though, I think we should keep an eye on Martinelli. That's going to be a very good player in the future. But yeah, there's a reason why they were linked to Vlahovic when they were. There's a reason why they're linked to Gabriel Jesus. And I think that would be a good move for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus would be
definitely
very good
Gabriel
move for
Jesus
Arsenal.
would be a good
With his place up for grabs. If his place is gone, to be honest. His
This
place has
is
gone.
good. I
to
mean, Man City
yeah.
have already
His
signed
place is
Haaland,
gone. So yeah, Arsenal would be a great move for
For
both
him.
parties. I see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, so moving further down the table, all the way down to the last team in the Big Six, Manchester United. This is, I think, this job is it has proven to be the hardest job in football, being the director of football at
Honestly,
Manchester United. Whether they want to get one, whether they don't want to get one, they brought in Rangnick, blah, blah, blah. So tell them now, if you are appointed tomorrow as Manchester United's director of football, and they said, okay, we need to bring in, because it's Manchester United, I'm going to allow you to bring in 3 players. Because we know you need like 7.
So talking about Manchester United, they are in a very, very interesting phase at the moment.
Rebuilding.
A lot of reshuffling happening behind the cameras and also in front of the camera. We've signed a new assistant director of football now, who was under the who worked at Liverpool at a point. He was he worked at Liverpool at
What's
a
his
point.
name?
He was working.
Someone put his name in the comments.
He worked at Liverpool at a point. He was working in the Premier League. He was, I think, head of sport development or something like that at Premier League. And now he's currently as director of football at Manchester United. So things seem to be shaping up nicely. And our current director of football seems to know what he's doing, John Motto, and he's making really good moves in the transfer market, even behind. But talking about the subject today, what do Manchester United need? Left to me, we need a striker. We need a central midfielder. We need a central defensive midfielder. We need a centre back. We need a left back. We also need a right back. But to be very realistic, Manchester United will be looking to get a
I think the
central
better
defensive
question
midfielder.
would have been, which Manchester United players do you want to stay at the club? who is not getting
No,
cut?
to be honest, to be very serious now, I think most importantly right now, Manchester United need a central defensive midfielder at the moment to just
I see that.
to just be there and
see that.
sort of add to what we have in defense. We have relatively good cover in defense, I think on paper it's good.
I like to use that word relatively.
No, it just needs to click, I think, on the pitch. So let's see how that pans out with Eric Ten Hag this season. But the priority position that Manchester United need is a central defensive midfielder. We would not even be looking to get a striker because we have a Cristiano Ronaldo who will not want to be unsettled for any reason, and he would play as a centre forward, in the coming season, and that's just it. Cavani has gone. Rashford
It's not Rashford in again.
But yeah, you get what I'm saying. So maybe a backup centre forward for Ronaldo who cannot play the 40 games or thereabouts.
He's going to try though.
In the coming season.
Ten Hag has a big job.
He definitely has a big job to manage that ego. But yeah, central defensive midfield for Manchester United.
Fair enough. So that was our take on our attempt at being directors of football. You can let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Call us upstairs,
If we,
boys.
as in the boys upstairs. We're not going upstairs, in Jesus' name. But let us know in the comment section what you think. If you think we got it right for your team, if you think we'll be sacked as your director of football, if you think we're worse than what you have already, let us know. If you're riding with us, send our CVs to who you need to send it to.
And also, let us know who you think these clubs need.
Exactly.
Top 6
Let's hear your thoughts as
Who
well.
do you think they need to really challenge for the title next season?
Thanks for having us. Yeah, another good episode of Sangalooo. Peace out.
Peace.